you guys got? Don't take the easy road out on me. Give me a prediction.
Listen. In our gym, Crawford sits right there, and Canelo sits right here. That's why you play the game. We're gonna find out. But I'll say this, and I love Crawford.
Man, hey, they cheating, but they cheating the right way. That's what they doing. They cheating the right way. My gosh.
Just shocking. Nobody saw this coming. Denzel Washington has stepped into the boxing debate of the year, giving his prediction for the fantasy mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford. And the way he put it, fans are stunned.
Canelo's a bigger man. He ain't never been hit by a man like this, but Crawford's a great fighter.
Washington, who's known for keeping his sports opinions private, made it clear he has immense respect for both fighters. He refused to outright pick a side, but then he dropped the line that instantly lit up the boxing world. Crawford, in all his greatness, has never taken a hit from a guy like Canelo. Now, before we get into the details of exactly what Denzel said, be sure to leave a like and subscribe because this is going to be a good one. And I once again have to ask seriously, as fans of the sport, who do you think comes out on top when two pound-for-pound kings collide? Because here's the thing, it wasn't just Denzel chiming in. Former champions, respected analysts, and even current fighters have all weighed in, turning this into one of the most heated debates boxing has seen in years.
One of the greatest I've ever seen. I love Crawford. I try to be like him. I love Canelo. I can't call it. I won't call it.
When is the fight?
13th.
September 13th.
Who you like?
Okay.
I'm going with Canelo, man.
He's just,
Canelo's
because
nice.
he's a bigger dude, I don't know, but Crawford's a great, we're gonna find out. I'm glad Crawford finally has a fight.
So what exactly did Denzel Washington say? Sitting down in conversation, the Hollywood legend broke it down in his usual calm but razor-sharp way. He said, in our gym, Crawford sits right here, and Canelo sits right here the other side. That's why we play the game. We're gonna find out. Then came the part that sent fans into a frenzy. Crawford's one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen, but he's never been hit by a man like Canelo. And finally, Denzel admitted something you almost never hear from celebrities making sports predictions. I love Crawford. I try to be like him. I love Canelo. I can't call. I won't call.
Come on, yeah, get it! 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 Get it! Come on, yeah, move out the way! 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 Yeah!
For Denzel to stop short of naming a winner was shocking. This is a man who usually stays out of boxing debates entirely. The fact that he stepped in and highlighted Canelo's size as the key factor gave fans the sense that even from the outside, people understand how dangerous this matchup really is. Now, you might ask, why did this prediction cause such a stir? The answer is simple. Denzel didn't just duck the question. He hinted at the exact factor that has boxing fans divided. On one side, you've got Crawford, the undefeated pound-for-pound king, a master technician who adjusts mid-fight like no one else in the game. On the other side, you've got Canelo, the bigger man, the seasoned champion at 168 pounds, whose power and durability have broken down fighter after fighter. Denzel's words echoed what a lot of boxing insiders have been whispering. Crawford has never stood across from someone with Canelo's sheer strength. And even though he praised Bud as one of the greatest he's ever seen, the subtle warning was clear. And here's the thing, when someone as respected and as globally recognized as Denzel Washington speaks, people listen. His refusal to pick a side made headlines because it wasn't about ducking controversy. It was about recognizing that this fight is so evenly matched, so loaded with risk and intrigue, that even a Hollywood legend won't bet on the outcome. But Denzel wasn't the only one speaking up. Enter Timothy Desert Storm Bradley, former world champion, Hall of Fame analyst, and never one to mince his words.
And I just got the snack pack, and I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm starting taking it today. Man, I'm here to report on this stuff, man. Already. I'm here to report on it. But, yo, check this out. Look what I got. Expedite. Check that out. Check out the ingredients on the back. You can do your own research. Let's check it out. Let's see what this does. Expedite.
Bradley lit the internet on fire when he started talking about Terence Crawford's training camp, specifically his use of certain supplements tied to Victor Conte's SNA system. Bradley described them in a way that got everyone buzzing. He called it legally cheating. Now, before anyone twists it, let's make this clear. We're not talking about steroids or banned PEDs. We're talking about natural supplements like Expedite, ZMA, magnesium, and CMOS. Things designed to help a fighter recover, sleep better, and push their body to its maximum natural capabilities. Bradley's exact words were jaw-dropping. They're cheating, but cheating the right way.
Man, hey, they cheating, but they cheating the right way. That's what they doing. They cheating the right way. My gosh. Look, they got all the L's in there, man. They got the...
That line alone had fans split down the middle. Some saw it as Bradley praising Crawford's dedication to recovery and natural supplementation. Others took it as a not-so-subtle jab, suggesting Bud's camp was finding loopholes to gain an edge. And that's where the debate gets fiery. Because while Denzel was focused on the size difference between Canelo and Crawford, Bradley had fans asking an entirely different question. What exactly is fueling Crawford in training? Now, if you thought the Denzel Washington revelation and Timothy Bradley supplement drama were enough, think again, because the fighters themselves have jumped into the debate, and their takes are just as divided as the fans. First up,
I think Crawford's going to get the job done. I am officially picking Crawford to win this fight. It is still 50-50, but obviously...
he says that till he goes to Canelo.
I'm obviously going to say that this is a 60-40 fight, and I have Crawford winning this fight.
Shawn Porter, former two-time welterweight champion and someone who knows Terence Crawford on a personal level. Porter came out swinging in defense of Bud. He made it clear that he's fully aware of what supplements Crawford takes since he's been on snack himself. Porter explained that Bud isn't cutting corners, isn't hiding anything, and everything he takes is both legal and natural. To Porter, the criticism is unfair. His message was simple: Crawford's greatness isn't manufactured, it's earned. But on the other side of the fence, Regis Prograis, the former WBC super lightweight champion, was firmly in Team Canelo.
Jamel was undisputed at 154, and Canelo hit him, and Jamel was like, hell no, Jamel took a knee, you know? So it's a big difference, and Crawford had that one fight at 154, and he didn't, Madrimov would touch him up a little bit. And this is nowhere close to Madrimov. You talk about Canelo. Now, if it was just another bigger guy, I would go with Crawford, but you talk about this might be, people might kill me for it, but well, not really, but this might be the best Mexican fighter ever.
His reasoning? Weight classes exist for a reason. Prograis reminded everyone of what happened when Canelo faced Jermell Charlo, an undisputed champion at 154 pounds, just like Crawford would be moving up from. Charlo felt the weight difference immediately, and one shot from Canelo sent him down to a knee. To Prograis, that's the danger Crawford faces. No matter how skilled you are, eventually, size and power take over.
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Earl Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 168.
Then came David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, and a man who knows Canelo's division all too well. Surprisingly, he leaned toward Crawford. Benavidez praised Bud's incredible fight IQ, his unique ability to switch between southpaw and orthodox stances mid-round, and most importantly, his confidence. Benavidez argued that most fighters lose to Canelo before the first punch is thrown, because they walk into the ring intimidated. But Crawford, he's not built that way. Benavidez believes Bud will show up to win, and that mentality alone gives him a real chance.
Сейчас всем интересно вот это бой, потому что они занимают паунд по паунду. Кроуфорд, у Кроуфорда есть высокий IQ, и обоих стойках он может боксировать, он можно давить и бегать, и даже ближний бой тоже может.
Finally, we heard from Israel Madrimov, who brought the most balanced perspective of all. Madrimov called the fight 50-50 if Crawford keeps his weight under control. But he also gave a stark warning. If Crawford bulks up too much trying to match Canelo's size, it could backfire badly. In Madrimov's words, Canelo might finish him early. What's fascinating here is that even among fighters, people who understand the sport better than anyone, the split is crystal clear. Some see Canelo's size as an immovable wall. Others see Crawford's skills as the ultimate equalizer. And this split is exactly what makes the fight so compelling. Meanwhile, in Guadalajara and later in his US training camp, Canelo Alvarez has been leaving no doubts about his preparation. Floyd Mayweather showed the blueprint years ago. Arislandi Lara nearly exposed it again. Even Gennady Golovkin, though very different stylistically, gave him all he could handle with sharp, clean punches. Now, Terence Crawford brings that same slick, adaptive style, but with the confidence of an undefeated, undisputed champion. For Canelo, beating Crawford isn't just about adding another belt or another payday. It's about silencing the narrative that he can't handle a fighter like this. It's about proving, once and for all, that even the slickest technician in boxing can't survive his power. And with Las Vegas locked in, Allegiant Stadium, September 13th, the energy is boiling over. Training videos, interviews, predictions. Every day, the hype grows louder. That's why this fight is being called a generational showdown. For Canelo, the stakes couldn't be higher. A win over Crawford doesn't just secure another line on his resume. It erases the doubts that have followed him for years. It shows he can adapt, that he can dominate even the most technical fighter in the sport today. If he wins, his legacy as one of the all-time greats of Mexican boxing is carved in stone. For Crawford, this is the ultimate test. He's already undisputed in 2 weight classes, already widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound boxer alive. But moving up to face a bigger, stronger man like Canelo is daring to be great on another level. If Bud pulls it off, he doesn't just beat another champion. He becomes a legend. He joined the rarest company in boxing history, proving that skill and adaptability can overcome even the biggest size disadvantage. And for fans, this is the fight that defines an era. 2 of the best of their generation, meeting at the perfect time, with everything on the line. It's not just a boxing match, it's a cultural event. The kind of fight that will be debated for decades. Which is why Denzel Washington's comments hit so hard. Because when Hollywood royalty looks at this clash and says it's too close to call, you know it's bigger than boxing. You know it's bigger than titles or records.
Listen, I get a lot of texts asking how I'm doing, how camp is going, so I figured I could just put it up in one post. So I'm in the mountains. This dude's about to beat the brakes off Canelo and be the greatest boxer of all time, and I get to play a part in it. All is well, truly well. We good. I'm good.
This is about pride, legacy, and the collision of 2 men at the absolute peak of their craft. So here we are. Denzel Washington has spoken, refusing to call a winner, but warning about Canelo's power. Timothy Bradley stirred the pot by calling Crawford's supplements cheating the right way. Fighters like Porter, Prograis, Benavidez, and Madrimov are split right down the middle. and Canelo himself is screaming for smoke, ready to prove once again why he's a living legend. The stage is set, the hype is real, and the debate, it's only just getting started. So let me ask you, does Canelo's raw power and size crush Crawford's speed and skill? Or will Bud once again prove that greatness has no weight limit?
Number 1 fighter in the world.
What's your name?
Pound for pound, Terence Crawford. He going for 42-0.
Where's he from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Height and weight.
You understand?
Who's he going against? Let's take him
Canelo
down.
Alvarez, Canelo.
Oh my God, he's serious, bro. Good luck. You're the man.
Drop your predictions in the comments, because one thing's for sure, when these two finally meet, the world will be watching. All right, guys, for the best updates on boxing news, moments, events, and actions, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications to never miss out on quality content, and check out our other videos. Until next time, peace out.